Beware of big game hunting. In a startup or small business or an expanding business, we are all tempted to go after the big game. We're all tempted to go after that signature account that can really validate our product and establish our business. Now, getting that account is great. Chasing that account is really expensive, but you need to be prepared to go for the long haul. You need to be able to stick it out for years if necessary. Now, a lot of people fall prey to the fact that they go after it with huge enthusiasm and then it peters out realizing that it was too expensive. So what's the idea here? The idea is to budget it. Understand that getting that elephant, getting that big game can take up to a couple years. Just budget for it accordingly and don't overset your expectations. Every customer is a signature customer. So previously we talked about how to beware of big game hunting. The hedge on that, as well as just budgeting for it, is to make sure that every account, every customer that you have is a signature customer. Now, in startups or smaller businesses or those growing enterprises, that's really important, and it's important to actually limit the amount of customers that you have. Not to try to get 50 customers, but maybe go after just 5 customers. But make sure that every single one of them is signature, fills a purpose for producing your product, fills a purpose for demonstrating your product's use and establishing it in the market. This way, when you are struggling to get that big game landed, or you have any number of your signature accounts struggling, you have got at least 1 or 2 that are working well, but you're not scattered working on 50 and diluting the message of your product as you're getting it to market. The key to early success in your startup, your small business, or your growing enterprise is momentum. A way to ensure momentum is to always be thinking 1 step ahead. Now, careful, that doesn't mean think 6 steps ahead. If you're thinking 6 steps ahead, often what happens is you're doing too much planning. At this very, very critical time of your startup, your small business, or your growing enterprise, you only need to be a step in front of where you can keep your momentum going. It's really important not to over-strategize and over-plan what you're doing. Remember, that action is momentum. Now, planning and strategizing are super important, but they plan for momentum. You actually have to have the momentum to do it. So get into action.